Hello everyone and welcome back to Elite Season 8 featuring Toki. This is week number 2 and I am Hans Buttface. Tonight we continue coverage of the Bowl and the Upper Deck Leagues as we start to narrow down the field heading to the bracket round. Here are how things stand in Group Fruit Loop. Dark Magician and Zarnax are 1-0, Jam and Thurwolf 0-1. This week, we'll see Dark Magician take on Thurwolf and Zarnax42 taking on Jam Eviler. Now over in Group Silly Rabbit, Europsilis looks to extend his elite undefeated streak. He's going to take on Edge, who's looking to just score a victory. Then Random Effect is going to take on Link Sevens. For both these bowl races, let's head on over to Angry Larry and Justaman 114.
What's up, everyone? I'm Justin. I'm here with Larry.
Yeah, happy Easter.
I think he's angry sometimes.
Maybe.
But we'll just leave that for another day. We got two races here. Dark Magician versus Thurwolf and Jam versus Zarnax. And looks like we're underway. Let's see how we go here.
Do you have any early predictions here?
I predict we will see a lot of DM's watermark, I guess. That's one thing I can predict.
Seems to be the new standard in Elite. Just put your watermark over the whole screen.
Yeah. I'm looking for Jam to maybe redeem himself, I guess, from his last race that I witnessed.
Oh, the one where you threw it at the end and lost?
Yeah, heartbreaking there at the end. I want to say it was against Dark Magician.
Yeah, it was, because Zarnax beat Thurwolf.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a tough game. I mean, there's nothing much to say about it. It's a tough game.
Yeah, Thurwolf is already down 2 lives here. It's the middle of the, I guess, the skill level tier. Thurwolf doesn't like using that continue on the first stage, so we're going to see our first ever reset in Elite Season 8
I don't
history.
necessarily mind that, because it's pretty early, and yeah, losing that many lives in the first level, you want to maybe just start fresh, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, and like just start fresh again if you lose a heart.
DM's going for the, or he was going for that skip there, but didn't get it, so he's gonna just do it the regular way here.
See if Jam can do it. He's just gonna go. He's gonna do the middle route there, the BGT skip, and just go through the middle.
Definitely still faster. Oh, took a hit there right before getting the helmet. And we got Zarnax already making his way through the water section here.
Yeah, Thurwolf is closing in on halfway through stage 1 after the 2 resets. Let's see how far behind he's gonna. Well, let's see if he catches up at all. If this was the NBA, you know, we can just fast forward to the last 30 seconds and they'd be neck and neck.
Absolutely. And then they'd be calling timeout every 10 seconds. I think Zarnax went up to get the other helmet, but he went up too early, so he had to go. He lost a little time there. Having to go back down and then up, he just lost track of where he was. But pretty much a virtual tie here now between Jam and Zarnax.
Yeah, with Dark Magician in the overall lead, he's on the boss of stage 2 here.
Yeah, full stage lead at this point. Thurwolf did, looked like he made it to the boss there with the power-up still intact, which is relatively tight.
Yeah, did not take any deaths getting to the boss and got the 20,000 point 1-up as well, so he's in a better position than he was.
Everyone's favorite stage 3. DM is in now, and it looks like Jam and Zarnax are going to be entering shortly. As it's been said probably ad nauseum, this is probably the hardest actual like stage. There's just so much going on.
DM elects not to take the early helmet, and probably in favor of this helmet. I've been told you can get both, but I've yet to get the second one that DM just picked up while still retaining the first one that Jam has.
Yeah, I think I've gotten that second one maybe once or twice, but it's like I don't know if the enemy is like random, because half the time or more, he's not like in a position where I could jump off him to get it, so I usually just miss that one.
It's when that white magic Drakey throws his second spear down is when you jump, and then he just works his way under you, and you kind of damage boost or bounce. You can do not take damage, bounce up and get it. But
Okay.
when you have the other helmet, I don't know if it works the same way, or at least my timing may be off. I just jump right into the Drakey, and it just dies. I don't even bounce off of it.
Yeah, that might be what it is. Getting the first one maybe throws something off in the timing. I'm not entirely sure. Got Thurwolf taking care of the second stage boss here. Michelin Man, if you will. Still pretty much tied here on the bottom with Jam and Zarnax. About a 2-second difference.
Yeah, Jam took a death there with the spider. He did the Larry dodge, where you're about to get shot by the spider, so you just stand underneath him and let him hit you anyway.
Yeah, not too much of a time. I feel like most deaths are usually not super costly as far as time.
Or that one Jam just took, and he took more damage by jumping on top of things and taking damage. That's the frustrating part of this game, really, is some of the things you jump on, you get nicked here and there, and you don't feel like you should be because you're absolutely jumping on top of them, but you're hitting the corner of the hitbox or something.
Yeah, or sometimes it'll be an enemy that's firing something, and it'll fire it like up as you're landing on them, which is just, you can't really avoid it. Easy kill there for Jam.
Yeah, even
built his lead up a little bit.
Yeah, even with the couple deaths he got through there first. Zarnax took a death of his own on the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zarnax didn't have the weapon power up there, so he had to be a little careful, but couldn't quite get the kill. He went with he tried to just brute force it looked like, but didn't quite get enough hits.
Might get caught again.
DM, oh wow, yeah, unfortunate. And DM's doing this little death abuse time save here, skips you ahead.
Jam just set it up as well and took his death.
I'm usually too attached to my lives to try to do that. Rather just save them in case something goes horribly wrong.
I mean, it's definitely a good race strategy because Jam here is on his last life, and if he does die, he's gonna lose that heart container and go back to 2.
Yeah, that's the most important part for me. Gotta have at least 3, ideally 4, really, for the final boss of the game. It's just so much easier to be able to tank the damage while you fight him.
I did see a guy go to the final boss on Friday's show with a full 4 hearts of damage and almost come from behind to win, and then took a game over, went back down to 2 hearts, and took like 32 attempts on the final boss before he got him down.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
But Jam gets another life back, and he's going to get another life soon. I believe 100,000 points is another life. So he should be all right here.
Yeah, he's pretty in the clear at this point. I feel like stage 5 isn't too bad, and stage 6 also isn't too bad as far as... I mean, he might even take intentional deaths just to refill his health on the final stage. Or at least one, I would say, before the boss, but we'll see when we get there. Thurwolf finally takes care of that boss. He's having a little bit of trouble, I think, there.
Jam's having a hell of a time getting this helmet. He took 2 hearts of damage just trying to boost up and get the invulnerability.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done this section without the helmet, so I don't know how important it is, but there are certainly a lot of enemies that you can just walk right on through if you have it, so...
The first question I have for anybody who has done it is when you walk through and there is that big Ariza face block, Tiki block in the way, I wonder if that damages you. Or if that's just background decoration.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I noticed DM just grabbed the boot power up. I've never seen anyone grab it there. I don't think.
The reason why
Does
you want to
seem
grab
help
it,
a little bit.
yeah, the reason why you want to grab it there is because you can make these big jumps quicker. You can boost off of the crawly guy that goes around the square box, the square platform. You can jump.
Yeah, the ones you can't kill.
Yeah, you jump off the vine right into that, boosts you right up. You jump right onto the elevated platform, right onto the next vine with the spider, and boom, you're up here in seconds. And it wears out by the time you get to this vine, so you don't have to play around.
Yeah, I'd been getting the boots that are closer, like they're kind of in that midsection or whatever, and you still have them when you get to that vine. It's scary.
Yeah, if anybody's looking to practice, if you go to Friday's Cesspool races, Jam jumps too early there and clips the spikes and dies, while Dark Magician is still another full stage away from Durwolf, so not really catching up. I don't know exactly what the distance is between the two stages, but one full stage ahead. If you look at BT's run from the Week 2 Cesspool show, he makes good use of how to work that vine while having the boots.
I think that would have been possibly the race against me, maybe?
Yes, so you
okay.
Probably didn't see it.
Yeah, I will see it, though.
Right. Well,
Tomorrow,
I recommend covering the right side of the screen if you rewatch that race.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably agree with that sentiment.
Zarnax is going to pick up that safety one up. He has 2 heart containers, so he took a game over somewhere.
And Thurwolf down to his last life, so hopefully... Okay, you just got a 1-up. That's good. A little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, that 100,000.
Again, you want to just try and keep those hearts.
I find most of the time, if I'm down hard, and I don't know if there is any science, missed jump there by Dark Magician. It's not really going to cost him much. Did take a heart of damage, though, getting back to the scooter. But I find if you're down health or down lives, the boss is pretty generous with giving 1-ups when you need them. And I'm not sure if this is like a Legacy of the Wizard thing where they give you the drop that you need the most of. I'm not sure if it's like that. I don't know if anybody's ever really researched that.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any patterns, but it's hard to tell. I do feel like most of the time I feel like when I beat a boss, I'm down to my last heart, and I do get like at least a heart refill, but the item I'm always looking for is the heart extension to get an extra one.
I get 10 coins every time.
Oh! Alright, Thurwolf down to his last life again. Gotta be careful.
This one's the big one, because this one is the 2 heart losing loss.
Yeah.
Death. Final boss time for Jam, and then Dark Magician strolling casually into the final boss as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good time for Jam here if you can pull it off. He does have to be a little careful. Health a bit low. And DM also being a little bit extra careful here. There we go for Jam.
DM loses his charge shot. He's lucky not to get damage there. He did take damage, and I just didn't see the heart go down. He looked like the hand was right on top of him.
It gets real stressful, I feel like, when you when you're in this fight for this long, and you just have to just patiently shoot the pea shooter at him and try to dodge everything, but he gets it done. Good job.
Inevitably, you think that one of the head or the hand is going to pin you to the left side. I think if you move in before it lets go of either, it will go short of the left side wall, so you can just kind of dodge left then thereafter.
Yeah.
But there's our 2 winners. Jam beats Zarnax 12-13, and Dark Magician probably feels bad about his win, stealing one from Thurwolf, 12-40. And there's our first taste of cart music. Cart music is the Michael Jackson boss of Toki.
Yeah, good reference. It's at the end of the game, though, instead of the very beginning, so it's kind of the opposite. But just like the iframes in this game are being the opposite of our last season's game.
Zarnax gets off some charge shots in there. It's got about 15 shots left to kill off the boss. I think charge shot does... full charge shot does like 7 damage, I think BGT said.
Yeah, that's what I heard BGT say. Which, once I finally decided to like make some save states and practice this boss, like all you really need to do is land 1 charge shot, and if you have like 3 hearts, you just get in there and spam, and it's easy.
Yeah, because the body casing 1403 for Zarnax. The body casing doesn't do any damage to you. It's just the other stuff you have to worry about. But final boss time here for Thurwolf.
Yeah, let's see if he can pull it off. He does have an extra life just in case, but he's got all 4 hearts. I think he'll be alright.
For those wondering, Dark Magician is now 2-0. Thurwolf is 0-2. He just defeats the boss right now. Jam is 1-1 and Zarnax is 1-1. So, big week 3 coming up for this group.
Yeah, does that, let me think. Is Thurwolf still alive even though he's 0-2? I'd have to look at the, That's probably too much to ask right now if you don't have everything open.
No,
but...
because one of the 1-1s is going to go to 2-1. So, even if they tie, they'll go to 1-1 and they'll still be half a game up on Thurwolf, who can only go 1-2.
Okay, right.
But, Dark Magician plays Zarnax and Jam plays Thurwolf, I think. Yeah. So big week 3 here, Just. How about had some fun here with you today? How about we play 8?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. All right. Yep. Here we are again. This is our I guess second of the Just Angry Larry doubleheader. In group Silly Rabbit, Edgestream versus Europsilis, and Link 7s versus Random Effect.
I am pumped. Should be another couple good races here.
Yeah, I think Europsilis is undefeated in Elite history. I think he's carrying a, what would that be, a 6-0 record?
What is this, the week 2 race, right? So yeah, that looks... Is it 6-0 or 7-0? How many races,
I think it was 5 races, yeah. 3 in the group stage, okay, and then 2 in the brackets, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I know I'm supposed to be impartial, you know, as a commentator, but I always got to root for the underdog, so...
I mean, surprising underdog here would be Link 7s. Random Effect is 1-0. Link 7s is 0-1. Link 7s in the first 5 seasons of Elite, I want to get this right. First 5 seasons of Elite, he never missed a winner's bracket in the upper deck. Season 6, he missed out on the winner's bracket. Season 7, he was relegated to the bowl, and then now here in Season 8, he started out 0-1.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's gonna get knocked down to that cesspool. No one wants to be in there. I know what it's like.
Have you seen the times that people are winning with down there? I want to be there.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it's like kind of bittersweet. I guess if you're down there, you know.
It's like you really win, but you know, it's like if we put Armageddon time on the front line in a war. It's like if we beat somebody, we can be like, "Hey, you lost to Armageddon time." But if we win, or you know, if we get beat, it's like, "Oh, so what?" You know, you beat Armageddon time. Speaking of getting beat, there, Edge took a game over on the first stage, and Europsilis had 0 lives left going into the final boss.
Yeah, I think Edge might have. I don't know if my eyes were playing tricks on me, but he might have fallen into that water 2 times in a row. So
yeah, he wanted to go
gotta
swimming.
Be a little more careful on that.
I think he's making his baseball survivor pool picks here as he plays.
Yeah, it's somewhat close race here on the bottom. I think Random's maybe 5 seconds behind Link 7's there. I feel like anytime you get the helmet, it's like a nice built-in break in the game where you can just hold forward. But also worth noting that you should still look at the screen when you do that. I have actually taken deaths because I thought it was safe to just look away because I'm invincible, and it is not. It is not always safe.
Did you wind up falling in the water or in lava? Like, what happened?
I've fallen off the trolley at the end. I've fallen, I think, into the spikes or whatever, the vines in like world or level 5, I think. Or maybe I can't remember. But yeah, it's happened a few times. It's embarrassing. In fact, you might see it in one of my races coming up.
Hey, maybe. Moving on to stage 3 here, your Opsilus gets a couple 1-ups. So he's right back in good condition. Edge takes the power-up and the helmet to Neptuna, and both Link 7s and Random Effect complete the second stage. Link 7s misses the grab, the goodie bag, the pinata grab, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was virtually tied, but he lost about 3 seconds missing that grab. I do wonder why some of the boss, like, I think it's like 3 of the bosses you can do that on, I want to say, and then the other ones, the little cloud is like higher, so you can't do it. Not sure why, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just has to do with starting position is where the ending animation comes from. Not exactly where you kill them, but or whatever it is fixed. Let's see if Edge can grab everything. He does. When was the last time you actually hit a pinata?
Oh God, I must have been pre-teen, I would say, at least. Actually, you know what? No. I think we had a piñata at some point when I was in high school. Me and my friends just bought one for fun and just beat the crap out of it. So maybe like, yeah, 15 or 16, something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember hitting one in like first grade, and then like that's really maybe at like a birthday party sometime thereafter, but I don't remember it. Remember, you know, when the thing bust open, like just like Tootsie Rolls, and they were these like miniature plastic cars with like wheels on like this, like almost like a paperclip kind of axle that was easily bendable. It was horrible.
Wow.
Not rewarding at all.
Yeah, you're supposed to get candy, and who's putting toys in a piñata? Like, it's supposed to be candy.
And we're also talking like this was 1963. Well, how old am I? What year would first grade be? It's like 1982, 83.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a few parties when I was like a youngin' that there were piñatas at, but I don't really specifically remember them or anything, or like what was in them. I'm sure it was the same stuff you were talking about, just like Tootsie Rolls or little mini garbage candy.
I remember
super
like
cheap.
I only remember one specific party when I was really young, around that time frame, is because like my friend, whoever's house it was, I don't even remember who these kids were, honestly, and I tried to remember it the other day. They had this like 4-way teeter-totter thing on a spring. 4 people ride it, and you just kind of like, you know, you're getting tossed all around kind of thing. And I remember there was like 5 of us, and then I fell off, and one kid jumped on, and I was pissed, so I bit his shoulder. I just like gnawed down, and I got into a lot of trouble for that, and I think I even left the party. Like my parents came and had to pick me up. But then I think I even went back to the party and apologized, and you know, typical kid stuff. But that's the only one I remember. Like, of all the birthday parties that I probably have been to over the years when I was younger, because you're a kid, you probably go to at least a dozen of them, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, not even including like family stuff, you know, for like cousins and whatever. Just yeah, all the school like kiddos you hang out with and stuff. They all had the invite everyone in the class or like all your friends. Yeah, I feel like it was almost every other weekend or something like that. I would assume. I mean, it's a good one to remember because you bit someone. So.
Oh yeah. You always remember the parties where you bite people. You'll never forget them.
I definitely remember like at least 3 different parties where I bit someone.
Right.
For sure.
It became a thing. It's like I will not go home until I bite somebody.
I used to do that like when I was angry when I was younger. I would like bite a pillow or something. Like I don't know what it is. Like it actually relieves a lot of the anger. I feel like.
You just
but biting a human, it's kind of weird.
All right, so you're a pillow biter.
Well, not anymore.
Oh,
I haven't done that in a long time, but
I was
My mom used to do this thing where when she was angry, she would bite her finger, and I would always be like, why are you biting your finger? Like, when you're like, doesn't that hurt or whatever? I think I probably get, because sometimes I'll do that now. Like, I'll bite like my finger or like my wrist or something. I'll just like bite down on it if I'm angry, and then it goes away or whatever. So I don't know.
When I was a baby or like in car seat years, I would chew on the car seat and the side of the crib. Because it was like a, condensed plastic, foam kind of thing. And it was just, I guess teething or just whatever. I just bit it. It just felt cool to bite. So my brother dubbed me the connoisseur of fine plastics. But we have Link 7s and Europsilis taking leads here. Edge and Random Effect struggling a little bit. Mostly with the stage 2 boss, it looked like.
Yeah, I feel like it's really, I mean, you can struggle anywhere in this run. There's just like one thing can go wrong, and it doesn't really snowball so much, but like you lose a life, it kind of gets in your head if you get down low and you're trying to be careful and whatnot.
So season 2, we played wacky races, and one of the keys to that run, besides taking care with deaths, was quick kills on bosses, or killing bosses as fast as possible, knowing their pattern, knowing when to get in your shots and stuff like that. This game is kind of the same way, but unique to mashing. You mash slower, you shoot faster. And the people who are really good at this game have figured out that rhythm and also get the correct power-up just before the boss to make that process go a lot easier. And you see the people that struggle are often the ones that are dying a lot, getting the 2 heart containers, not mashing as fast as possible, and not getting the correct power-up before the boss. And then extending the duration of the fight, and then taking unfortunate damage as well.
Yeah, the power-up is, I think, the biggest key. You can have a little bit of a bad mash, but if you have, for most bosses, if you have that power-up, you're still going to be okay. Especially this one. Unfortunately, that Link actually just died against, but I'd want to say he was probably down to like 1 heart when he got in there, so he had to be careful, but he should be fine now. This is easily the easiest boss in the game.
Even at 1 heart, this fight is free because you can jump over one of the feet. One of the feet don't even hurt you. The back foot doesn't hurt you. You just jump over.
Oh, really?
I think so. And you just jump over the front foot. You think like the hitbox the hurt box is pretty hard, pretty long, but it's not. It's it's shorter than you think it is, and you can just easily just almost hold right and jump it, and get right over to the right side of the screen as fast as possible without taking damage.
We got Uro coming up here on the final boss. Same with Link. They're actually pretty close. I know they're not racing against each other, but they're relatively close.
Yeah, 1 screen away, it looks like.
I mean, Uro better win, right? Because is he the one that picked this game, I believe?
He is, I don't think he wants to publicly state it, but we've outed him on the reveal show. He is the one that picked this game, yeah.
Yeah.
So when Edge is, busy not making these jumps, he knows exactly where to direct his hate. He's going goofy foot on the cart here.
Like nollie, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. See if he goes gets a 1080.
Kickflip. Oh, goes for the 1-up. And, I mean, he got it. I guess, well, I actually didn't look at, maybe he did that on purpose. I didn't look at his health. I'm assuming he did that on purpose now.
Looks like Link took a death on purpose to get his health back. Random effects on the boss here, stage 5. So is Edge Stream. So we have good races here, but not in the same race. Just like you said before, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks like Uro died again. He's trying to reverse Superman it, and it's not working out for him.
Yeah, Link's got all 4 hearts, 5 lives. He's gonna be fine. He did get clipped by a fingernail there, but let's see what he can do here. Should be okay.
You can see with that charged shot, he goes right into the last line of health and already immediately halfway done with it. And there you go. First one to finish here with 12:51. And he's going to move up to 1-1. And Random Effect's going to move down to 1-1 there.
I think even the like non-charge shots, when you have that power up, do 2 damage, so it's still better than just having the little pea shooter going in there.
Uro continues his undefeated elite streak here at a time of 13:13. See if Edge stream in.
Who is gonna take this man down?
Well, he has
That's
Link
the
7
question.
next week, I believe. Does he? Does he have Random Effect? He has Random Effect next week. So, Random Effect's going to be fighting for his playoff life. Because either him or Link 7's going to move on to 2-1 and take that second spot. So he wants it to be him, but he's got the tough matchup.
And there's the music again for the trolley ride. See if Edge does have 3 hearts. I don't think he's gonna take a death, but we'll see.
Probably not going to take a death because he'll only be on 1 life left after that. And then he'll be down to 2 heart max after that. So might as well just roll 3 here. If you die, you die. But at least you gave it a shot.
He did try to get that one up, but missed. And there we go. Random's got the power up he needed. Missing that shot in air sometimes is troublesome. It actually happened to Link. He had to back up a little bit to get the power up, but it's still worth it.
I never hit that shot. I'm always shooting straight up right where the edge is now. And he's going to miss the bird. He's not going to be able to shoot diagonal. No. Yeah.
There's another bird. But I don't know what that thing dropped. It did not drop what he wanted.
Yeah,
so
points,
shooter.
I guess.
And there's Random finishing it out. 14:54. Here we go. Let's see if Edge can weather the storm here. Already taken a hit of damage. It's gonna be tough.
Attack 1, it's 128 hits. I think somebody else made that joke already, but nobody was probably listening to that guy.
I mean, honestly, it's probably not 128 hits, but you're probably not that far off with how many shots you're gonna be taking.
And with the first form as well, all the shots you have to get to change from the first form to the second form.
Yeah, is it extra? Like, I thought the first form might have just been, like, any hit does the same amount of damage or whatever, but I guess that maybe is not the case, because it looked like it took him longer to get him into second form. Here we go, he took the death. He's gonna, ooh, he grabs the one up. Nice jump. He should be okay this time, though, as long as he gets that that weapon power up here after he jumps off the trolley. Alright, yeah, he goes for the straight up method. He gets it. Here we go. 4 hearts.
He's got the 4 hearts and he's going in. Now he's got to get out.
Oh, he's tanking that damage. Yeesh. Yikes. Alright, well, we're gonna have to try again.
Takes a heart of damage on the way. Gets the one up, though, and then he's going to go and get full hearts.
Yeah, we'll call that a wash.
And he gets
I can't remember. I think it was Edge when I was actually commentating with him last week that said the developers probably put that one up there for good reason because of stuff like this. So.
And he did it. He did the BGT clip.
Yep. Nothing but swag there. Unfortunately, he did it for too long and he ended up dying.
Yeah, well, he was dead already. No, he fell through the floor and appeared at the ceiling to fall through the floor again. It's amazing. But I think that was an intentional death the first time, and then he did it again the second time after getting the one up. because he doesn't want to mess around. He just wants to get this over. This is not Dragon Warrior Randomizer. He's not going to give up and quit every single time he gets goes down a heart. He's going to see this one through. In case you don't know, he has like a 73-day forfeit Dragon Warrior Randomizer race streak. I think if the first enemy hits him for enough damage, he'll forfeit now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Just don't even have the time for it.
Oh, he's got to be careful.
Behind the back strats. Oh.
That was one hit left.
I've tried that before. It usually does not work. Yeah.
Well, he just needed one more hit. He needed a little bit bigger charge. But it's like an infinite. This can go on forever because he'll just keep getting that one up every time.
I've actually never even tried to get that one up. It looks too dangerous, so I don't even bother. But he's done it multiple times at this point, so it can't be that bad.
Right. If Edge can do it, then everybody else can too. I think that's the moral.
All right. Attempt number something. 4, maybe?
I think 4, yeah.
5? Yeah.
I think 4. I think
somewhere
2 times he
around
died in the right side of the screen and 1 time he died on the left side of the screen with the pea shooter.
Yeah, I think the key... Yeah, there you go. You get the charge shot in there. That's what I like. When he's changing from first form to second form, I like to just stop shooting and wait for it to charge. And then you just jump over the head and get that shot in there. I'm like an expert now, apparently, on this boss, even though I just could not beat him for forever.
If anybody saw Friday's show, I would definitely take notes if you were talking about final boss kills.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
I would agree.
1924 for Edge. He's going to move down to 0-2. Looking to play Spoiler next week against Link Sevens, I think. Yep. And Europsilus at 2-0, taking on 1-1 Random Effect. So Random Effect and Link 7 control their potential destiny, with Link 7 holding the tiebreaker if both of them win. So, Just, thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah, right on. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. We'll go get things moving along here with Hans Buttface. Dark Magician goes to 2-0. Jam and Zarnax are now 1-1, and Thurwolf 0-2. Next week, we'll see Dark Magician versus Zarnax and Jam versus Thurwolf. But this division is too close to call as it stands right now, except Thurwolf being the first participant locked in to the relegation race for the bowl. And then over in Group Silly Rabbit, Europsilus extends his undefeated streak in Elite Tournament history. Link Sevens gets that important win over Random Effect, which can help him in tie-breaking situations. Edgestream is going to join Thurwolf, being the second person in the bowl's relegation race. It's time to move on over to the upper deck. Armageddon time with that surprise victory last week versus champion Buzz Thunder. And Unos, battle of the 1-0s. Buzz Thunder is looking for redemption as he takes on D-Pad Danny. For this race, let's head on over to Europsilus and Bent Glass Tube.
Round and round, I'll mow you down. With the Jungle Assault Nation and Jungle Power on my side tonight, I have the advantage. It's my first night here at the Elite First Ring, and I hear my opponent Unos is strong. But with new challenges comes new victories, and anything that Unos XX throws my way, I will reverse it because I am a power fighter. So come out tonight and cheer me on, and I will do my best. Exalt! Jungle, jungle! Jungle, jungle! Jungle, jungle!
Hello, everyone. This is Bent Glass Tube, and I am joined by Europe Sales.
Thanks. Hey, BGT. How's it going?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm ready for this amazing, super fast Toki race. And they're off with the run button.
Ah, yes. Well, we got Group Jungle here, one of the upper deck groups. So hopefully we'll see some good runs from these.
I thought that was a group snake, but is it really Group Jungle?
Yeah, I think there's always the two snakes. That's just part of the thing, you know. That lady next to the word group, Her name is Jungle Kiona.
Oh, okay, I see. So it was okay. I was looking at the snakes themselves because I thought like, oh, the snakes would be, you know, the kind of representation of jungle. But I missed the picture above.
Yeah, it's a 2-factor group situation.
Meanwhile, Yunos is taking a lead over everybody.
Yeah,
not dying like I feel like the first level is a great level just to die on, and I'm just, you know, Eunice made it all the way through without any real mistakes, and it looks like everybody is doing a really good job right now, just not taking too many costly deaths.
Yeah, and there's, you know, ooh, Eunice gets the weird glitch skip there too as well. Buzz also getting it. Those are fun. I don't usually try and do that one in races because it's a little risky.
I like getting the second screen glitch, not the first black bar, but getting this. I don't know how the second black bar shows up, and you're able just to walk through the ground just to fall directly into the water. That's my favorite glitch in the game.
That one's super good.
Because you kind of feel like a badass being like, ha, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of points in this game where you can kind of like take those little tiny shortcuts, and they never seem to be like that big at time saves, but you know, over the course of the run they add up.
Yeah, seeing that Toki is a highly optimized game that people try to get down to the millisecond. We know that here in Elite Season 8, Toki is taken very seriously.
Oh yes, by all participants, certainly. Definitely nobody mailing it in.
Eunice gets that first cycle on Michelin Man. No problems at all. Looks like Danny is pretty much right on his heels, and Buzz finishes up pretty cleanly.
Yeah, Danny just barely getting that one cycle in. And Arma's falling quite a bit behind. It didn't really pay attention to exactly how that happened, but not too far, but you know, enough that he's still fighting the boss while everyone else has moved on to the volcano level.
You know, I think Arma just decided that the first victory that he had was a very good victory, and maybe just decided to, you know, take a week off and relax and enjoy his victory time.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes back to bite him, you know, because I think this is going to be a pretty competitive group all throughout, so you know, taking that week off might cost.
Yeah, I've definitely seen with just looking at the Upper Deck. Upper Deck is very proud of getting those sub 12 times. Even a couple of racers trying to do things to get below sub 11.
Yeah, that would be fantastic to see a 10x race time. I don't think we've seen that so far. I think Nierm had the best race time in his week 1 race so far with the 11:18.
Yeah, Nirm is getting very close to that sub 11 time for a race. He's trying for it.
Yeah, that's something that you always gotta, I guess, consider a little bit. Is do you want to take the somewhat riskier strats in a race where you could lose a significant chunk of time, or do you want to just do the safety strats? I saw at least Buzz Thunder took the safety first helmet, for example, in this level, so that he wouldn't have, you know, it costs maybe 2 seconds at the most, I think, but you know, those little decisions can add up.
I think also the Toki is a game of, it's a really great race game for the risk stats involved. I mean, there's definitely things that you can do that extra jump to get to that vine very quickly, or you could take the death and lose, you know, 15 seconds, giving someone else a significant chance to catch up or to take the lead. But meanwhile, Yunos finishes up Nutsack Boss. Danny is right behind him. But it looks like Buzz Thunder is in the lead of everybody somehow.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Buzz got ahead after we just talked about how he took the safety helmet. I guess it paid off. This part's kind of frustrating to me. You do this ascent, but you can't ever get to that elevator on the first cycle.
It's pretty much it. No matter how fast you go up there, you're always going to miss. I guess it's not even a first cycle because you never have the chance to get up there. You're just never going to get to the elevator.
Yeah, but I guess it's like it teases you. You know, whatever cycle it is. The first cycle you see the elevator, you're not able to jump up.
So it looks like Buzz and Danny are pretty much tied because they both got the, I don't know what you would call it, a clip or skip through the ceiling, but they both got it very cleanly, and, oh, well, Danny missed the key, so now he's a little bit behind.
Yeah, they both took the safety helmet here as well, so now they both fallen behind Unos. So it takes a little extra time to jump on that beetle to get the helmet. But
Safety.
Yeah, that death skip is pretty crucial. I was doing some runs earlier today and ended up like botching it and missing it, and you probably lose a good 17 seconds to not doing that.
Taking the safety helmet for the water is it's really safe just to not take any hits in the water, but at the same time it's also incredibly slow, just sitting there waiting for the key to.
Yeah, and one of the kind of interesting things about this run is there's not any RNG, at least that I'm aware of. So like, if you just do consistent movement in the water, you shouldn't get hit anyway. But some of those consistent movements are quite precise, and I guess that's why people still wind up taking the safety helmet.
It's kind of the reason why a lot of people will vent their frustration with Toki, that execution needs to be very high, and it's not just on the player to do good execution, it's to be able to avoid taking bullshit hits, you know, jumping on things in the incorrect way to lose a heart or to take a death and things like that.
Yeah, certainly like for example, this butterfly enemy that Arma's jumping on right now, those ones I have a lot of trouble with. Like, it just sometimes it seems like you hit them the exact same way you always do and they just deal damage instead of dying.
Buzz just took a really costly death right now. Taking a death early in the jungle will really set you back probably 10 to 20, probably at least 20 seconds. And that gave Danny a good lead for him. I think he fell in the spike pit.
Yeah, that is a rough time to take a death. It's really inconsistent with the spacing of the checkpoints.
Yeah, I think one thing that people don't realize when they first played this game is that, so they reach the checkpoint and they're like, aha, I'm at the checkpoint, I can die now in this pit. But you have to screen the scroll far enough right for the checkpoint to trigger. So the game is, I don't know what the right word is, like the game is kind of a dick. It's like, you reached the checkpoint, but that's not good enough. You actually have to physically walk much further past the checkpoint to trigger the checkpoint.
Yeah, there's like a separate trigger zone and a checkpoint area. Like, sometimes they line up and sometimes they don't. Buzz Thunder falling victim to that here, where he had gotten to this checkpoint, but you need to actually get across the pit to get that checkpoint.
So we now have a really good race with Unos and Danny pretty much in sync. Just doing the easiest boss in the game. You just hold up and mash, and that's it.
Yeah, but you do have to have that health to jump over the boots quickly. I mean, you can jump over without taking damage, but it costs quite a bit of time.
If you have one heart on this boss, doing it quickly is very, very risky. You could probably do it quickly with one heart to jump over the boots, but at the same time you could die, and you'd lose something like 30 seconds making it across the pit again.
Yeah, that's something that, especially in a race situation, you know, if you're just grinding for PB, then you don't need to really pay attention to it. You can just reset. But in a race situation, you kind of want to be cognizant of where the good places to take a death abuse are to refill your health, or, you know, if you, I guess that to refill your health is really the only reason.
Well, Danny was the first one to reach the cart. And guess what, chat? There is no cart music. You know what to do in chat right now. Oh, there it goes.
Yes. So we got 3x cart music. And Danny takes the death abuse, although he had 2 hearts, which you can pretty consistently beat the boss with 2 hearts.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think
he's
a
more
lot of
comfortable with 3.
I think a lot of runners would say that doing 2 hearts is might go outside their comfort zone for a race. For me, I feel a little bit more safe with kind of spamming the boss with 3 hearts.
Yeah, we found actually that one of the reasons that 2 hearts can be risky is that his hand still can kill you after you've killed him. So if you can avoid the hand, then you should be in good shape.
All right, here it comes down to this. Danny and Yunos at the boss pretty much at the same time. Danny having any lack of execution here would give Yunos a chance to take.
And of course, Danny's actually only racing Buzz Thunder and Yunos only racing Arma. But it's fun to see who wins out of the foursome. Ooh.
Whenever I look at these 4 bracket races, I just group them all together. I know that technically they're not racing, but it's more fun just to kind of group them all together to see who's going to win outright. And we have a winner. Yunos XX with 11:45.
That's not a bad time at all. Ooh, and Buzz Thunder just missing that sub 12, getting a 12:01. Danny, even though he got to the boss with full health, unfortunately took a death. And it's gonna wind up being last out of the 4. That's crazy.
Whether it's 3rd or 4th, you still get the Melvin hat.
Let's see if he can finish off on the second try here. He's going in very aggressive.
Yeah, that was really impressive. He went in aggressive just with, I don't know what you would call it, the Toki pea shooter, the regular Toki shot.
He had the charge up flames, but he must have got the early charge up flames because it ran out pretty quickly.
Right, at the very last couple of hits.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy though to lose with a 12:42. I guess that's the upper deck for you.
Elite is also very concerned with being PC here, having the Melvin hat break the scene, the friendly hug between Toki and his what's her name? Miho?
Miho, yes.
Well.
His sweetheart, according to the text there. But yeah, those were some good races. It was pretty close on both sides.
Yeah, I think that as we're getting into as we start to go into week 3, or as we start getting into the later races, we're going to start to see times getting even lower. I think that people start to as we reach the finals, people start to feel more competitive.
Yeah, definitely. And with the way that this group is shaped up, week 3 is going to be pretty important for all 3 of Buzz, D-Pad, and Arma now.
Well, I think that's anything. That's everything. You have anything else to add, BGT?
No, I think that'll about do it.
All right, Hans, back to you.
Pshoo.
Unfortunate situation there for D-Pad Danny, who had a pretty good time, but nevertheless lost the race, and he'll be the first upper decker to be slotted into the 4-way relegation race for this season. Next week, Buzz Thunder's taking on Yunos, and Armageddon Time's taking on D-Pad Danny, both looking to get wins to advance to the bracket round. And in our last race of the evening, in Group Benedict Arnold, Nearman Bentglass Tube 1-0, Angry Larry and Coach Crab 0-1. And everyone in this division except Angry Larry can post a sub-12 time. But certainly as it stands now, it's wide open. Nearham's going to take on Angry Larry, and Bentglass Tube is going to take on Coach Crab. And with the commentary, Armageddon Time and Edge Stream.
Hello, everybody. This is Armageddon Time here with Edge Stream, and we are going to have ourselves a little race with in Group Benedict Arnold. There has been a change there has been a change up. I hear from the higher ups that there's some shady business going on, and we had to do a little bit of changing around. But Edgestream, we got ourselves a little race. Are you stoked for Toki?
Oh, you better believe it. And wow, we're already off to the races, and pretty good so far. Everybody's showing that Spike who's boss.
Yeah, it seems to be everybody's playing the same race at the same time, except in the bottom right, Coach Crab not going for the helmet. Very interesting.
He did go for the helmet, but he didn't. The elevator did not go down far enough.
Well, that is an unfortunate stream circumstance. I'm not sure how he's really going to deal with that, because Band Glass Tube already has the advantage. In the top right, you can see very similar patterns going on between Angulari and Niram. It's almost like they're watching each other's races, but that's impossible.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hope for some BGT walks to catch up here, but so far so good.
I wasn't aware that the Ewoks were coming into play in this, but who knows? Maybe this is the Forest Moon of Endor. But as for BG Ewoks, we see, what is the name of the first boss? I don't know, but it's just been defeated by Nier.
Yeah, I mean, we usually kill him before he can introduce himself, so...
Well, he's bad guy. We shouldn't give names to our enemies.
Alright, BGT with the bonus chicken, moving on to the lake.
Oh, I missed the bonus chicken, dang it. But this section in level 2, with trying to get that cheap skip, I find to be a little difficult myself. Sometimes I go for it, sometimes I don't even bother. But everybody trying to implement their own strategies. It's so interesting. Just if this is for completely different people. Oh wait, I guess it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I should hope that they don't all look identical. That would be kind of suspicious in Group Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the group is already suspicious enough as it is. Boy, what a traitor. Anywho, everybody is making their way towards, what is the name of this sub-boss? Do we have a name for it yet?
I don't know. It's like... it's
like
gone.
Neptune or something like that. It's just a very shady-looking Aquaman. It's kind of like the Asylum version of Aquaman. And we have a Vitreous in the top right corner.
Yeah,
you're making easy headway.
Yeah, the pissed off Michelin man, and he gets the jump too, so I don't even get to see if there was a bonus chicken in there or not.
I don't know, man. I've always found this the second boss to be quite an eyesore. It's just really gets to me sometimes, just how annoying all those freaking eyeballs are.
Yeah, I think you're right on target there. And, Coach is gonna miss the jump too, but gets the heart container, so good.
Larry making good use of those eye bounces. I should say that he's implementing quite the eye-opening strategies.
Yeah, he didn't take any damage boosts, though. I think it would have been a good time to use some iframes.
In the meanwhile, just look at Larry's incredibly high score. I mean, compare it to all the others. I mean, I'm not really sure what kind of strategy Larry is doing. Maybe he's going for the high score as opposed to the quick win.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like someone who actually played the game, so that is an impressive score. Congrats to Larry. You know, Arma, all these bonus chickens got me thinking. What's the best chicken sandwich you've ever eaten in your life?
Oh boy, this is going to be a sad state of affairs, but the best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life was one I made when I first moved out on my own. I was so stoked to finally make my own food that it was just a plain baked piece of chicken with a mountain of barbecue sauce on 2 pieces of plain white bread. But oh my goodness, it was the greatest feeling to eat that sandwich on my own for the first time ever.
You can't go wrong with the freedom sandwich.
That's what it was, the freedom sandwich. What about you?
There was a place in Hawaii called Maui Mike's that had a chicken sandwich that was covered in so much cheese that I nearly had a heart attack upon eating the first bite. It is amazing, and I can never go back there again because it's way too unhealthy.
Well, if you're gonna go, death via delicious chicken sandwich is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, they just opened up a Memphis chicken sandwich place not too far away from my house, so I might just go that way anyway.
But, if you can't finish your chicken sandwich, the best place to put it is in the freezer, which is where we are, at least most of us. I see Angry Larry still having a little bit of trouble out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, master of the segue here. Coach Crab taking out, I don't know, whatever that is. Can we even show that boss on Twitch?
Oh yeah, it's just like a giant stomach, or it's just entrails or parts or something or other. I don't know. As long as it has a scientific reason to exist, it's cool.
Just some giant haggis.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a delicious sheep's stomach filled with I don't know, spices.
It's a good fight though. Oh, gets the $10 coin, so that is nobody wants to see. Get rid of your Canadian funny money.
Excuse me, if anything, that was chimp change.
Yeah, that's true.
Fine. In the top right, we got ourselves Dumbo, easily being taken out by Nirm, and he receives a 1-up, an extra heart, and whatever the heck that thing is.
Yeah, BGT making pretty good time too, about to fight the final boss here. Let's see if Angry Larry can get this death warp.
Unfortunately not, but there's still a cop out there, and yeah, he does get it one way or another.
It seemed like all the enemies were afraid of him. I've never seen them actively run away from Toki before.
Well, have you seen his score? It's astronomical.
I guess that's true. They know what's coming.
I mean, with a score like that, you know, you might as well call yourself the wizard. I mean, can you score 50,000 points in Double Dragon?
I didn't even have Double Dragon as a kid.
It's actually incredibly easy to score 50,000 points. But what's not easy is this level 5. There's a lot of enemies on screen at once in this level, so it can really bog you down, and the game as well with all that flashing.
Yeah, a lot of rooms for you know, some fancy footwork and some nice jumps here. Nirm grabbing the shoes so he can skip through some of these more annoying jump sections.
I am a big fan of the Michael Jackson shoes. You notice that when Toki jumps, he kind of has that "ow" pose.
Yeah, he's got to walk backwards, though. Oh, Nirm takes a death on the spikes, but I guess that just means he can walk right through the hands and feet.
Yeah, a death at this section, as long as you have a healthy amount of lives, is not too detrimental to yourself, and it refills your life anyway. Larry rocking the egg helmet in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Number 1 in the screen, number 1 in our hearts.
Yeah, number 1 in coin count, too. He's got 33. Might actually be possible. We could see an extra life on coins.
I don't even know if that's really a thing. I think he's planning on going to the casino after this, so he's really, you know, stacking up on those coins. Maybe he'll, I don't know, maybe he'll hit a jackpot.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, there's always the buffet, and there's a Michael McDonald concert that night, too.
He'll be taking it to the streets with pachinko.
Time for the best music in the game.
This really is the best music in the game, and I'm waiting for the rhythm squats, but I don't see them coming from near him. I don't know. This strategy is not favorable in the Elite Tournament, so he's really going against the grain, really channeling the Benedict Arnold, the bamboo.573.
Oh, Angry Larry taking a death with the moon shoes, so has to climb that vine again. And Nirm gets bamboozled at the end.
More like bamboo.573 zold.
So, he's got full health going into the final boss though, and BGT not too far behind either.
Yeah, once Larry can defeat the invisible giant, then everybody will be on the very final level. Everybody seems to have a healthy amount of lives as well. I don't know, BGT running 3 lives, but that's plenty. That's plenty.
Yeah, all according to plan. He probably did some Toki science when we weren't watching.
Probably Toki'd up, and that's where he got the inspiration.
Oh my god, Larry gets more coins. He's up to 45 now. Hitting the jackpot.
He must be going bananas at this point. Chiquita bananas.
Oh, Nirm just went ape in this final boss fight, finishing out with a time of 11:23. So, GG to Nirm.
Don't you be aping my puns, sir.
It's okay.
But anyway, yes, GG to Nirm, 11:23, not too shabby, low 11s. That's what we like to see here in the Elite Tournament. We like to see some healthy competition. We're hoping that Angry Larry can finish it out here, make his way to the casino, and potentially, I don't know, run the tables. Hopefully not as bad as a certain AZM that we once knew dearly could still be there trying to win a Japanese finger trap.
Well, I mean, if Larry should have pretty good luck at the tables. I mean, he did kill poker in the discords.
Oh yeah. And in the bottom race, I wasn't even paying enough attention. BGT with the BGGT 1147, very impressive. Still within the 11s. That's what we like to see here. But above all else, no DNFs. If you can help it, if you can manage it, no DNFs. But we understand we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all try our best. But at the very least, it's showing that you can try.
Oh no, somebody greased the cart and Larry slips off, so going back and forth between Coach and Larry here, who's going to get the third place medal.
I don't know, we got ourselves a minecart madness and a minecart carnage, but looks like Coach Crab made his way out safely. And rhythm squats from Angry Larry, very, very impressive, I gotta say.
All right, and into the final fight is Coach Crab, who's dodging those toenails pretty efficient.
Just a matter of taking down that heart, taking down the boss, and which he did. Let's see if Angry Larry can follow suit.
Oh, GG to Coach Crab with a time of 13:40.
Sorry, Coach, your hat says Melvin, but you did manage to finish with 13:40. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Larry not too far off on his finish, but he's stuck with the pea shooter this time.
But he did manage to take him down, to Toki him down. Oh, that one doesn't even work. But your hat also says Melvin, 14:11. Congratulations, you did finish, but unfortunately you will be going away with a very pointy hat.
And all of the valuable experiences you acquired while playing this game.
Yeah, and of course he'll have a very good run at the casino. I don't know about everybody else. Maybe they threw their coins in the air as celebration, but we know that Larry's been saving them up. He's been eyeing that pachinko machine for quite some time now, so good luck, and we hope you come back with at least 8 Japanese finger traps. Got anything else to add before we send it back up to Hans?
No, I think that about covers it. So some fun action in Group Benedict Arnold, and I hope Hans isn't as much of a traitor.
Indeed, indeed. Well, for Edge Stream, this is Army Gideon time. That's all the marbles. Hans?
So not only does nobody in the upper deck or the bowl have a forfeit, but this group Benedict Arnold is the only group to have 2 players at 2-0. So next week there'll be a super matchup between Nirm and Bent Glass Tube, who are also the only players to average under 12-minute times for their first 2 races. The match between Coach Crab and Angry Larry means nothing. They're going to join D-Pad Danny in the 4-way relegation race to conclude the season. And that concludes tonight's matchups. I hope you enjoyed this Easter Sunday edition of Elite Season 8. Join us next Friday at 10 p.m. for the Week 3 of the Cesspool League. And then Sunday at 9 p.m. for the conclusion of the group stages for the Bowl and the Upper Deck. I'm Hans Buttface, and I'll see you then. Knob.